Rishi and Ranbir gang up against Anurag Kashyap. Sushant's Dhoni biopic could be in trouble. Katrina gets a taste of her own medicine. Has Salman extended the olive branch to Sonakshi? I'm Caitlin, and you've tuned in to the weekend edition of 9XC.com, the show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar, I'm a superstar. 9XC.
So, while you were taking stock of your week, we bet it won't be as drama-filled as the one Rishi and Ranbir Kapoor made sure the Phantom Boys had. On Tuesday evening, the Kapoors called Anurag Kashyap, Vikas Bail and producer Madhu Mantena to their Pali Hill bungalow in Bandra, Mumbai. Now, this was no fun get-together, but it was a meeting to talk hard cash. Rishi gave Phantom Films, the makers of Bombay Velvet, a piece of his mind. And not because he watched the trailer and had doubts, but because his son had not been given the money that was promised. I'll get you up to speed. This one requires a bit of math, so stick with me. Ranbir was offered rupees 32 crore at his fee. He was also promised 35% of the profits, subject to realization. Phantom was to make the film in a budget of 74 crore. They sold the film to Foxstar Studios for 92 crore. At that time, they made a profit of 18 crore. However, at the end, they realized that they have gone over budget by 15 crore. And that's the conservative estimate. Now, they have not much left to give Ranbir. He's been paid 20 crore and is awaiting the other 12 crore. A source close to Rishi told 9XC.com. Why should corners be cut at Ranbir's end? At the meeting, Rishi told Phantom Films in no uncertain terms that his son's dues have to be paid ASAP. In fact, he has been frequently telling them this since the last 2 months. But the two companies in question have kept him at bay, giving him nothing but lame excuses. When 9XC.com sent Anurag a message asking about this volatile meeting, he had a very polite answer. His reply was, "What crap?" Alright then, maybe Anurag's reply won't be this cocky if Ranbir and Rishi actually approach the Cine and TV Artists Association for non-payment of dues. This was the last thing that Anurag and Bombay Velvet needed. What with the film being delayed due to post-production issues and the sheer scale of mounting a project like this. So Ranbir's father creating issues is not really helping them. Let's join hands to make sure Ranbir gets his dues immediately. Connect with us on facebook.com/9XC or tweet to us at 9XC The Show with hashtag #FairPlayFairPlay. But Foxstar Studios have been caught in another money tangle. This one involving the Sushant Singh Rajput starrer MS Dhoni, The Untold Story. So when Sushant Singh Rajput first came on the scene, he was looked down upon as the boy who had run away from the clutches of TV to the glory of movies. But he soon shut down his critics. With each of his films, he has grown as an actor and in popularity. In his most recent film, Detective biopic, where he plays an amateur detective, his performance has been appreciated. But the film has not managed to live up to its hype. In her review, Anupama Chopra said, "The film requires patience. You will have to indulge director Dibakar Banerjee as he indulges himself." Rajiv Masand felt, "It's the snail-paced plotting and the surprising lack of urgency and imminent danger that cripples the film. When it comes to box office numbers, the figures have not been promising either. The total cost of making the film has been 35 crore. The film has earned 23.14 crore in Indian theatres, and a total of 32.47 crore including satellite rights." Now, these numbers, along with the reviews, seem to have affected Sushant's next project. Buzz is Foxstar Studios' producers on the biopic on Dhoni are considering slashing the film's budget. When 9XC.com sent Vijay Singh, CEO of Foxstar Studios, a message, he chose not to reply. In the film, Sushant portrays the Indian cricket captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Now, this by no means will be a small film, but looks like the producers are getting cold feet since they feel that the chances of Sushant pulling in the audience and getting the desired box office numbers might not be as easy as they thought it would. So they are being extremely cautious with their money. Recently, Sushant told a section of the media,
हर वो चीज़ जिससे कि मुझे ऐसा लगे कि मैं वो कैरेक्टर हूँ जो मैं अगली फिल्म में खेलने वाला हूँ, जो पोर्ट्रे करने वाला हूँ, वो चीज़ मैं कर रहा हूँ. एंड आई विल मेक श्योर कि जब आप फिल्म देखें तो आपको एक सेकंड भी ऐसा ना लगे कि आप किसी और को देख रहे हैं, ना कि उस कैरेक्टर को जिसके.
Sushant might have no intention of disappointing anyone, but looks like the producers of his Dhoni biopic were disappointed and are thinking of cutting down the film's budget. This got us thinking, is Sushant really the best choice for the film? Now, we're not questioning his talent, but when you hear things like the producers are having second doubts, you begin to have them as well. So we decided to check what people thought of Sushant playing an icon like Dhoni.
I think Sushant is not suited for the role.
Dhoni, not Sushant Singh Rajput, any other actor. Sushant Singh Rajput is a bit chocolatey for Dhoni.
Famous nahi hai.
I think he looks like MS Dhoni.
Yeah, I think so, because Kaipoche maybe he was a cricketer, right? So I think he can do well as a sportsman, and cricket being his, sport in the first movie as well.
Yeah, I guess so. He'd do justice to that role because he's played a cricketer before. Like he was a teacher. He trained that guy in Kaipoche. So I guess, yeah, he'd do justice to that role.
I don't think so, because Sushant doesn't look like Dhoni at all. Just by growing hair, he cannot become Dhoni.
I don't really find him as a great actor. You can't compare him with the other actors.
Sushant इतना talented या इतना experienced actor नहीं है कि he could play a role of MS Dhoni.
Hrithik Roshan. Siddharth Malhotra.
रणबीर कपूर का करना चाहिए था ये वाला.
I am a Hrithik Roshan fan. Any day Hrithik Roshan.
Somebody like, say, Amir Khan.
I don't know. Maybe Farhan Akhtar.
Dhoni himself.
शाहरुख. वरुण धवन, उनका एक्टिंग मस्त है, वो धोनी जैसा कर सकते हैं. शाहरुख रहेगा तो बेटर रहेगा.
Dhoni. I think Sushant will do a good job.
Are you guys excited to watch Sushant as Dhoni? Write to us at facebook.com/9xc or tweet to us at 9xc the show. And you know which films Alia Bhatt is looking forward to this year?
Most excited about, hopefully, both my films released this year.
Well, that's obvious. But Alia is also excited to see another actor's films.
I'm really excited to watch a couple of films, and that would be Bobby Velvet, Jaga Jasus, and Dil Dhadkne Do.
Now what's the common factor between two of these films? Well, Ranbir Kapoor, of course. While launching the first edition of Miss Vogue, Alia was all praise for Ranbir. Even Alia's quote on the magazine's cover reads, "My biggest crush is Ranbir." Now, you could easily brush this aside as a schoolgirl crush, but if you're Katrina Kaif, you might not think it's just a harmless crush. We first brought you news about Katrina's insecurity with Alia in January, and this statement might just push her over the edge, especially since Ranbir and Alia have been cast in Ayan Mukherjee's film and will soon begin working closely. At that time, 9xc.com had learned that Ranbir and Alia were constantly exchanging texts and making phone calls to each other. Alia had even casually dropped by his home. For his part, Ranbir too has been looking forward to working with Alia.
I would love to do a movie with Alia, not just an ad film. She's extremely talented. I've loved her work in all of the movies that I've seen of hers.
Alia really does not need to rock the Kapoor-Kaif boat since Ranbir is equally insecure about Katrina and is spying on her. We told you about this last episode, remember? But whose on-screen pairing are you really looking forward to? Ranbir and Katrina in Jaga Jasus or Ranbir and Alia in Ayan's film? Tweet your choice with hashtag #BollywoodJodi at 9xc the show or write to us on facebook.com/9xc. Coming up, Katrina's ex makeup man gets his revenge. Are Salman and Sonakshi patching up? And we meet again on 9xc.com the show. So a few days ago, 9xc.com the show had told you that Katrina Kaif had sacked her makeup man of 11 years without even informing him or giving him a clear reason. And looks like it's now time for revenge, served plain and cold. Juhi Chawla, Shabana Azmi, Divya Datta and many more. Well, this is the Mahurat shot of upcoming Chalk and Duster. And if you're wondering what's so special about the film, it's the film's producer, none other than Subhash Singh. Never heard of him before? Well, how could you? He spent a better part of his career dolling up Katrina Kaif. Oh yes, Katrina's former makeup man, right from her Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya, has just donned the producer's hat. But try and ask him if Katrina is part of the film, and this is what you get. All right, one no would have done, Mr. Singh. Why the vehement denial? And that's the real inside story. Not only is Katrina not a part of the cast, but wasn't even invited to be part of the Muhurat. A few episodes ago, we told you about Katrina acting all high-handed and dismissing Subhash for turning up late on the sets of Jagga Jasus. And this is what he told us then.
पता नहीं मुझे क्या हो गया उससे शौक, पर मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता. मुझे पता नहीं था कि इस ढंग से वो नाराज़ हो गई कि मैं नहीं पहुंच पाया और मैं genuine problem था.
Well, the man who appeared to have meekly accepted his fate was actually hiding an ace up his sleeve. Subhash back then was already on his way to becoming a producer, and turns out he had laid his hands on such an interesting script that his cast agreed to work for him without any compensation.
Actually वो मेरे लिए चार्ज नहीं करने रहे, स्क्रिप्ट के लिए चार्ज नहीं करे कि स्क्रिप्ट इतनी अच्छी उन लोगों को मिली है, तो हर आर्टिस्ट इस स्क्रिप्ट के साथ जुड़ना चाहता है. तो वो चाहते मैं काम करूं, हमें पैसे नहीं चाहिए.
And even as many in Bollywood stand by this talented man as he takes his next big step, the one woman who he stood behind for 11 long years now has no standing in his life. Guess they don't say for nothing, revenge is a dish best served cold. And while Katrina may not be willing to forgive and forget, looks like Salman Khan and Sonakshi Sinha are ready to put the past behind them. When Salman recently completed 5 years on Twitter, he thanked those who introduced him to the social networking site. 5 years on Twitter thanks to Arbaz. Salman's tweet a few minutes later went out to his protege, Sonakshi. And sorry, Sonakshi Devi too. She also had a small part to play in me joining Twitter and counting followers. Thanks, Dubli Patli Sonakshi Devi. Dubli Patli. No-brainer there that he's commenting about her weight. Now, we all know Sonakshi has been trying real hard to shed the extra kilos and has even managed to do so. And looks like Salman also eventually realized this because a day later he tweeted, "Dekh lo dubli patli Sonakshi Devi ko. Ab yakin aaya? Wah, kamal karti ho yaar Rajo." And pat came Sonakshi's reply, "At being Salman Khan. Kyunki ek baar jo maine commitment kar di." Now, this banter could easily have been between friends, but Salman and Sonakshi are not really on talking terms, at least until recently. So what went down between them? Well, buzz is Salman and Sonakshi had an argument during Salman's sister Arpita's reception. Though Sonakshi had denied the incident on Twitter, sources say appearances are deceptive. Few episodes ago, 9XE.com also brought you the story of how Sonakshi has been trying to get into Salman's good books through his family. With Salman's most recent tweet about Sonakshi, looks like they have patched up and are rekindling their friendship. That's great. Everyone could really do with Salman by their side. From that story, we've got more news in store. Coming up, Kangana's balancing act from Tanu Weds Manu sequel. Welcome back to 9XE.com, the show. So the trailer of Kangana Ranauts' film Tanu Weds Manu Returns recently hit the web and it looks amazing. Kangana plays a double role in the film. She reprises her role of Tanu and also plays the fast-talking buck-toothed Kusum. For Kangana, switching between two roles was not as simple as putting on a wig. She had to make Kusum memorable without the audience forgetting about Tanu.
बहुत दिक्कत हुई इन दोनों को मेंटेन करने में क्योंकि दत्तो इतनी अडोरेबल है, इतनी प्यारी लड़की है और उसको इतना जो उसकी बेबाकी है, जो उसकी एक अजीब सा साहस है उसमें, जो 10,000 लोगों से भिड़ने खड़ी हो जाती है और उसमें जो एक प्योरिटी है, और जहाँ पे तन्नू थोड़ी सी उसमें भी बहुत एक तरह से तन्नू में भी एक वाइल्डनेस है, लेकिन वो हल्की सी सेल्फिश है, वही उसकी कैरेक्टर की आर्क है। तो दत्तो के सामने तन्नू को टिकाना मेरी ज़िंदगी का सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज था।
A big part of her role as Kusum is the Haryanavi accent, which is not the easiest one to ace, if you want to be authentic, that is.
बहुत मुश्किल था और खासकर जो एक हरियाणवी एक्सेंट के साथ में और काफ़ी हर जॉब के अपने चैलेंजेस होते हैं, तो ये एक हमारा एक अलग बॉडी लैंग्वेज उससे और उसको भाषा से कन्विंसिंग लगाना वो एक अलग चैलेंज था.
Of course, she had help getting the hang of the accent, and her knack for picking up accents also helped.
जो ट्यूटर होती थी वहाँ पे सेट पे ऑल द टाइम, तो सुनीता जी वो जो मुझे सिखाती थी, मैं ज़्यादा करके लाइंस पे ही काम करती थी, ऐसा नहीं मैंने अलग से कोई भाषा सीखी हो. लेकिन मेरी ये प्रॉब्लम है कि मैं जहाँ जाती हूँ वहाँ का एक्सेंट अडेप्ट कर लेती हूँ. मैं चाहे मैं कोई भी किसी भी कंट्री से मैं आती हूँ तो मेरी सिस्टर हमेशा पॉइंट आउट करती है तुम्हारे में वो एक्सेंट आ रहा है, तो मैं फिर उस पर काम करती हूँ. आजकल वो कहते तुम अब हरियाणवी में बात करने लग गई हो. तो मुझे पता नहीं चलता है, मेरी थोड़ी थोड़ी भाषा में वो आ जाता है.
Hearing Kangana talk about how she prepared for the role, I really can't wait for the film's release. Keep checking 9XC.com for loads of exclusive videos and photos from Tanuwed's Manu Returns. So Kangana's first ever co-star Imran Hashmi's film Mr.X has released. He returns to the Bhatt camp with this sci-fi film where he plays an invisible man. So we checked out to see if it's worth a watch.
What's up? मेरा नाम है प्रबुद्ध इमाम.
And I am Nafisa Sharma.
और इस हफ्ते हमने देखी Mr.X. You can call me X.
You can call him X. ये कहानी एक कॉप की है who is wronged by the system. वो हो जाते हैं गायब और उनका नामकरण भी होता है Mr.X. How come you're visible now?
धूप आ गया ना. तो फिल्म में है इमरान हाशमी. Now we've seen him do movies like Shanghai where he's actually done a good job, and now he's back to his performances like Murder and Footpath. I'm like, why boss, why?
Amira Dastoor. What are you doing?
Arey, I'm putting myself in Amira Dastoor's shoes. Like when she was shooting all these scenes, there was literally no one in front of her. So
yeah, actually your best performance was when you were lip locked. Something like that.
एंड अरुणोदय सिंह, मतलब उनका परफॉर्मेंस देख के मुझे कैप्टन रसल की याद आ गई लगान वाले. मतलब हिंदी कैसी इंग्लिश कैसा बस है अभी जैसा भी है, 3 गुना लगान.
So I think it's a Bombay to Pune bus journey watch, and at the end of the journey you can shoot the driver.
Imran Hashmi has been saying कि I want to experiment and find roles which he's not done पहले. Is just not working out for him. जो पूरा बजट है ना VFX में ही खत्म हो गया. लॉजिक के लिए बजट बचा ही नहीं उन लोग के पास यार. So on the hot slot I give Mr.X 5 thumbs up, जिसमें से 4 Mr.X की तरह इनविजिबल है.
And I give it 1 thumbs up. So Mr. Daima, tell me 3 things you learned from the movie.
Number 1, if you're invisible, तो छुप जाओ ना, बस हो गया ना, खड़े रहो. इनविजिबल हो, दिखाई नहीं दे रहे हो, बाइक पे बैठ के बाइक चेस करने का पॉइंट क्या है?
Number 2, in case you can't afford a wedding ring for your girlfriend, एक बॉटल का स्टील लो और उसको अंगूठी बना लो. Simple as that.
And number 3, आप बिल्डिंग से कूदो, कांच तोड़ के कूदो, नीचे गिर के ऐसा प्लास्टर वैसा हो जाओ, बट एक भी बोन आपके बॉडी का शैटर नहीं होगा. तो ये थी हमारी विशेष टिप्पणी फिल्म Mr.X पर,
और हम आपको मिलेंगे कुछ ही देर में.
ओके बाय.
So that's our verdict on Mr.X. Coming up, Benedict Cumberbatch opens up about fatherhood. Sunny Leone reveals harsh truths about Bollywood. Welcome back to 9XC.com, the show. So our film buffs watched the Kalki starrer Margarita with a straw, where she plays the tough role of a student suffering from cerebral palsy who is also discovering her sexuality. Here's what they had to say.
So we are back, और हमने देखी Margarita with a straw. So the movie talks about a girl who suffers from cerebral palsy
and has struggled with normal activities in life and also love. इस मूवी में है कल्की. I think she did a brilliant job. She was fantastic in the movie. This is a very, very difficult character, but she performed it flawlessly.
My all-time favorite रेवती, मतलब जिस मूवी में वो होती हैं, my heart goes out to her. She's just so brilliant to watch.
Sayani Gupta, I think she also did a pretty decent job, and you resemble Lisa Hayden so much. You guys could actually play Sita Geeta.
And William Moseley, जो लंदन से कवर्ड खोल के नार्निया में गए और नार्निया का कवर्ड खोल के बॉलीवुड में आए. क्यों आए नहीं पता.
So Mr. Daima, tell me which was your favorite song in the movie?
Oh, छूले आसमां, मतलब दिल को छू गया होगा ना. Nafisa, what do you think about the film?
I think it was a wonderful movie, and this weekend, if you're not looking for a proper Bollywood masala flick, then go and watch Margarita with a Straw, because the performances were brilliant, and I give it a 240 Monday evening watch.
So, on the hot slot, I give Margarita with a Straw solid 3 thumbs up.
And I also give it a 3 thumbs up.
So, 3 things you learned from the film.
Number 1, the advantage of falling in love with a girl is इन मर्दों को झेलना नहीं पड़ता.
Number 2, आज की तारीख में भी लड़की को अपने गहने बेचने पड़ते हैं iPad लेने के लिए.
And number 3, now this is a serious message to all you parents out there. In case your child comes up to you and confesses of being in love with the same sex, please be a little sensitive and do not shoo them off. In fact, you guys need to handle them with a lot of extra love.
तो ये थी हमारी विशेष टिप्पणी फिल्म मार्गरीटा विद स्ट्रॉ पर.
Don't forget कि हम मूवी क्रिटिक्स नहीं हैं, हम हैं मूवी बफ्स.
जी हाँ, हम आपको मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते. अब क्योंकि हमारे पास मार्गरीटा का बजट नहीं है, हम पियेंगे मौसम्बी जूस विद अ स्ट्रॉ.
Bye.
So that's what we thought of the film. Now from here, let's look westwards to Hollywood. The dreamy Benedict Cumberbatch was recently in Shanghai for a series of events, and that's when he addressed the topic of his impending fatherhood. Benedict is expecting a child with his wife Sophie Hunter, and he spoke about balancing his profession and fatherhood.
I think there are plenty of good actors who are fathers. I mean, you only have to look at Daniel Day-Lewis as an example, and a lot of my dear friends, Mark Strong. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I think what children do is enhance your life. They don't inhibit it, they don't limit it. I'm so excited to meet my child, and it's a huge part of my life, and it'll be the most important part of my life. And as it should be, but I know I can speak for many other friends of mine. Martin is another example who springs to mind, who managed to balance a home life and a work life. So it's not easy, but then everyone is doing it.
Thank God someone has been asking male actors about balancing parenthood and work. But fatherhood was not the only thing Benedict spoke about. He touched upon his personal style as well.
I prefer dressing down. I have to dress up a lot for work, so you know, even Sherlock, I mean, it's a very nice fit because it's Spencer Hart, and I've got a relationship with that tailor now, which is fantastic in that brand. But yeah, when I'm at home, I like wearing stuff that's just more comfortable.
Now, let's talk about someone who joined Bollywood straight from the West, Sunny. Not that Sunny, this Sunny. A stale joke, I know, but I couldn't help it. However, it's no laughing matter when it comes to what Sunny Leone is going through in Bollywood right now. When Sunny joined Bollywood, her image as an adult star followed her around and just refused to let her be. She has been part of films like Jism, Shootout at Wadala, Ragini MMS2, and recently Ek Paheli Leela. Sunny is popular, there's no doubt about it, but her popularity is limited to the audience only. The industry still looks at her as an outsider, like an entity they are both fascinated with, but treat her as an outcast. Despite working with names like the Bhatts and Ekta Kapoor, she has not been able to join the inner circles of Bollywood. In fact, it's gotten so bad that Sunny feels like she stands out at Bollywood get-togethers. In an exclusive interview with 9xe.com, she had revealed,
I think that it's a very slow progression towards acceptance. I still feel like the elephant in the room when I go to any social event that has other Bollywood stars there.
It's so sad to hear Sunny say she still feels like the elephant in the room. Do you accept Sunny Leone as a Bollywood actress? Yes or no? Tweet your views at 9xe the show or write to us on facebook.com/9xe. 9xe.com has learned that Sunny attends parties for very little time and does not hang around waiting for them to wind down. Because of this, many people have thought that she is snobbish. Thankfully, Sunny always has husband Daniel Webber firmly by her side, supporting and guiding her. Our guess is he's also providing the conversation when she has no one to talk to. But on some occasions, even Daniel's presence does not help. Buzz is that at a recent industry do, a few guests misbehaved with Sunny in a VIP enclosure at the venue. This rattled her, and both Sunny and Daniel left in a hurry. It's really sad to see that not only is Sunny not gaining acceptance, but she is also being ignored just because she was part of the adult film industry. Some people in Bollywood really need to change their ways and basically not be such snobs. But I know you guys have nothing but love for 9XC.com, the show, so continue watching us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Download the free 9XC app and log on to our website 9XC.com to keep up with all things Bollywood. Tweet to us at 9XC the show and write to us at facebook.com/9XC. I'll see you on Monday now. Bye.